Everybody wants to. Govind, please share your screen.
Just a second. I'll share my screen. I'm sharing.
Okay, so yesterday we had uh, we explored we were exploring the how we can use uh, the regex, how we can use the regex to make sure that we were using um, referrer header in order to identify certain uh, misuse of um, course misuse of our resources, right? And yesterday we had developed uh, a strategy to identify anomalous behavior based upon our uh, based upon the referrer header being empty. We assume that if the referrer header is empty, then that means that there is an anomaly, and this anomaly is possibly due to this anomalous behavior is possibly due to the misuse of our CDN or the assets on our CDN. So uh, we weren't able to. So before heading into further analysis, first of all, we would like to we will explore today a new development that has happened in the in the uh, in the in the web. That is, a new header was added, which is referrer policy. Okay. Now, referrer policy. This is a possibly this is a policy that was introduced on all the browsers. This is available in all the browsers since September. Govind, can you please move your mouse away? So this header was newly introduced in all the browsers, all the known, all the famously used browsers like Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Safari. Whereas uh, other other web browsers like Internet Explorer or Opera Mini do not they are not reporting if they have implemented it or not. But so what is this header? So this header is very famously being used in order to motivate all the uh, web servers on the internet to move to HTTPS. So what happens is that it has a couple of default behavior, right? It has a couple of default behaviors as well as it has a couple of uh, directives that are used to instruct the browser to behave in a certain way where the where the where the uh, web server can instruct the browser whether or not it should send its referrer information or not. Now, as most of our analysis is based on referrer header, so this change does impact our analysis significantly. Why does this header impact our analysis significantly? And what has changed after September 2021? So this goes to show that internet is ever evolving. It is not stagnant. Like the 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 detection strategies uh, are the detection strategies have to keep ever evolving in order to uh, in order to make sure we get the correct logs, right? So, okay, let's come to our attacker's website. The attacker website here, if we explore the source of the attacker website, let's zoom in a bit. Yeah. So this is the attacker's website, right? The source code is that it uses HTTPS. Now, right now, the attacker's website is being loaded. It's a static website that is hosted on GitHub pages, which uses HTTPS. And the resource that it is trying to access locally is also HTTPS. So here there is a possibility. Now, this content that is being hosted on the CDN can be loaded with HTTPS or HTTP. So there becomes a possibility that uh, there is a 2 by 2 possibility matrix that can be developed uh, where, let's suppose, if we have what should we use? Excel. I think Excel should be. Yeah. So, uh, it, this is X. Okay, right. Now here we can say there is an attacker controlled website, and here is our uh, target CDN. Let's I'll zoom it a bit. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here is our target CDN, right? Here is our attacker control website. And now this attacker control website is being loaded under HTTPS, right? And the target CDN is also being loaded under HTTPS. But whereas yesterday, the attacker controlled website was always loading under HTTPS, but the target CDN was just HTTP. So when there is when the parent web app when the parent website is loaded under HTTPS and the resources are loaded under, let's assume it is not loaded. Let's assume it is loaded under any of these protocols. So by the definition, how will the referrer policy behave? So if we go through the documentation of the referrer policy, so there are a couple of directives. So one directive is no referrer. No referrer says the referrer header will be omitted. Sent no The referrer header will be omitted. Sent request does not include any referrer information. So if the referrer policy, if the attacker chooses to set the referrer policy as no referrer, so what will happen? The loaded the loaded content will not issue the referrer header. Now, again, what is the second directive says? The second directive says no referrer when downgraded. So it says if send the origin path and the query string, etc. in referrer when the protocol security level stays the same or improves. Don't send the referrer header for the request to less secure destinations. So what does it mean? It means that if the attacker controlled website is loaded under HTTP and the uh, target CDN is loaded under HTTP, then if the referrer policy header is set to no referrer when downgraded, then the referrer information will be sent. Or if, as it says, if it improves, this is the condition where it stays the same. Now, when is the condition if it improves is like if the attacker controlled website is under HTTP and the uh, target CDN is under HTTPS. So it is a possibility that it will it's not a possibility. I mean, as per the referrer policy, the browser will send the referrer information. Then again, uh, we have if the attacker controlled website sends if the attacker controlled website is loaded under HTTPS and if the target CDN is also loaded under HTTPS. So this is a situation where the security protocol level is staying the same. It's not improving because what will you improve upon HTTPS? So in this case, the referrer header will be sent. Now, the attacker controlled website is being hosted on github.io. Right. GitHub.io is a hosting provider. Okay. Which uh, which helps you to publish websites. Similarly, there are many other hosting providers like Wix.com, you have GoDaddy, you have various other web hosting partners that, or even Amazon has 3 buckets where you can host static websites. Right. So now in situations like these, when attacker wants to pay $0, in this situation, the attacker is paying $0 because GitHub Pages doesn't charge you anything to host a static website, right? All the cost, only the attacker here is standing at a point where they have nothing to lose. The only expense is being borne by Mr. Govin, whose CDN is being abused at the moment. Any doubts in this? Okay. Uh, okay, Sherry has a question. Sherry, please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Sir, please repeat.
What do you want me to repeat?
Uh,
What do you want me to repeat, Sherry?
sir, reference policy.
I mean, what were you doing till now? I mean, I was saying, right? I okay. So the referrer policy is a header that was introduced after September 2021 in various browsers. Now, it is possible now this referrer header policy is being is no it is a header that is explicitly it can only explicitly be controlled by an attacker only if they have a custom hosting platform like if they host their own server. But if they choose to host their phishing or uh, or their any attacking website or attacker controlled website they want to use in order to mount their attacks. So they can they won't have certain controls over these headers. Okay. Now, because as an policy, uh, the uh, for GitHub pages as in policy, there will be a standard set of headers that will be applicable to all the pages. It's not that certain GitHub would allow certain users to modify certain headers until unless if they are premium or they might have certain different agreements with them. Now, but in that case, it becomes it becomes very tough for attackers to forge an identity that can help them get a contract with GitHub. Uh, they risk exposing themselves a lot. Okay. Having said that, uh, the referrer policy will only be obeyed by browsers that only obeyed by these browsers as of now, which we know. The other browsers like Internet Explorer or Opera Mini uh, might have different implementations. We don't know about them. And even the installations before September 2021, outdated browsers will not obey. And so that's uh, that's the story for the referrer policy. Now, how does this referrer policy affect us, or uh, where can we uh, I mean, so right previously when we were executing when our CDN was on HTTP, the attacker controlled CDN, the attacker controlled website was on HTTPS. Now, as due to this, because of this discrepancy, none of the referrer information was being sent to us. Because the as a policy, the GitHub uses the headers as by default, the github.io uses the directive strict origin when cross origin. So what happens is that the referrer information will only be sent if the security protocol level remains the same. That means if the attacker controlled website is also on HTTP and the victim CDN is also on HTTP, then it will be sent. But let's suppose if there is a downgrade, then if there is a downgrade, then the referrer header won't be sent. So when we want, so that's the reason in our previous demonstrations, the referrer information was blank and we had to rely on we had to rely on this blind information, that we were aware that there was some anomalous behavior that was happening because we weren't getting the referrer header. our content was being used out of context. But where was this content being used? We didn't know. We were blind. Uh, we did not had access to that information. Now, once we right now, uh, so how can we control the situation? We cannot control the attacker controlled website, right? All we can control is our CDN. So the best course of action as of now would be to stop listening on HTTP, because that's what the motivation of this particular header is, right? Referrer policy, to motivate all the CDN providers to move to HTTPS. And so as a best case scenario, we can move to HTTPS. And in that case, even if our content is quoted out of context, we will have more visibility. It will improve our visibility by hosting our content on HTTPS CDNs. So right now, let's suppose if we see now, this is right now when what is a clear indicator if your CDN is being hosted on an HTTP or HTTPS web application. So your schema will describe. Now, if you want, you can put your schema like this. Now, when you want to load an HTTPS web application, so it will look something like this. You just have to append HTTPS, and you will be able to load HTTPS. Now, when we use XAMPP, in our XAMPP log, previously we were using access logs, right? We were using access logs to this is any change that is not being made to the to this, basically the attacker control website is the change that is being made to your CDN, because XAMPP is your CDN. I mean, when we are using Govind's machine or when you are using it locally. So any changes you can make to your CDN. You want to change the pattern of the logs, you can do it. You can change whatever you want, but you cannot change what is happening on the attacker's website. So now if you stop listening on HTTP, then attacker will have, so in order to force the attacker to misuse your content in a certain way, if you want uh, if you want to force the attacker that they misuse the CDN in a certain way where you can have visibility into the referrer header, then what you can do is you can stop listening on HTTP and only listen on HTTPS. That will in turn force the attacker to start using HTTPS in uh, their websites, because if they still be using HTTP, then in that case, the content will not load because you have stopped listening on port 80, which is HTTP, and now when you have in that case you will force the attacker to upgrade to HTTPS, and hence expose themselves with the help of referrer header. Is everybody in line with this strategy? Any doubts in this strategy? Okay, Sherry has a question. Sherry, please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Sir, what is HTTP?
Okay, so HTTP and HTTPS. So now HTTP and HTTPS, Sherry, is a so
Protocol.
it is a protocol. It is a protocol, but the definition I was looking for HTTP and HTTPS is something like. Folks, can you please unmute? Can you please mute yourself, Rituraj? Oh. No. HTTP is like a protocol where I mean that's how whenever you want to visit a web application. Okay, so let's take this example, Sherry. Let me help you understand with this in a way, in this way. So is it possible for an attacker to how do you think is it possible for an attacker to say hack an organization? What are the ways that you think an attacker can hack an organization? Or let's suppose let's simplify a bit. Let's suppose there is there's an employee of a Fortune 500 company. Now, this organization has a employee which has a laptop, right? Now, then there is an attacker who is sitting in a different country. Okay, and the attacker wants to steal some information from that employee's laptop. Are you able to hear my question, Sherry?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now you tell me, what are the possible ways this attacker can steal the information from the this victim employee that is sitting in another country? What is the most basic way you can think of? Let's forget any technical way. Let's build up. Let's try to build up. You can unmute yourself.
Sir,
Yeah.
it can firstly he or she can hack his or her computer or laptop.
तो ये हैक कैसे होगा? मतलब क्या लगता है आपको ये हैक कैसे होगा? हैक करने के लिए मतलब दोनों को दोनों मतलब वो हैक कैसे करेगा? ये जो टर्म आपने इस्तेमाल करा हैक, ये हैक वो हो करेगा कैसे? मतलब चलो पहले हैक तो छोड़ो, पहले हम लोग कनेक्टिविटी स्टैब्लिश करने की ही कोशिश करते हैं, ठीक है? एक मशीन मान लो कि एक मशीन है, ठीक है? मान लो किसी एक स्टेट में है, और किसी मान लो मैं आप तक कैसे पहुंच पा रहा हूँ, या मान लो मुझे अगर आपकी मशीन तक पहुंचना है, तो मैं कैसे पहुंचूं? पहले हम वो क्लियर करते हैं। आजकल आजकल बहुत सारे फाइनेंशियल क्राइम्स हो रहे हैं, राइट? आपको पता होगा। लोगों के बैंक अकाउंट खाली हो जा रहा है। ये हो कैसे रहा है आजकल?
सर जब मतलब कि लोग अपना अकाउंट मतलब कि अकाउंट इसलिए भी हैक होते हैं, जब लोग नंबर चेंज करते हैं वो बताते नहीं है बैंक को कि हमने नंबर चेंज किया है।
ठीक है, ठीक है।
देन देन मतलब उसके बाद फिर वो बैंक उसकी खाली हो जाता है अकाउंट। फिर उसके बाद वो मतलब कि
ठीक है, दैट इज वन वे, दैट इज वन वे। बट ये बहुत ही सरकमस्टेंशियल हो गया ना। ये बहुत ही सरकमस्टेंशियल हो गया ना। जहां पर अगर मान लो कि ऐसे तो बहुत कम ही लोग होंगे जो कि चेंज करेंगे, और मास में कैसे हो रहा है ये? मास में ये कैसे हो रहा है? एट मास लेवल में, अगर मान लो कि अगर किसी का कोई पैसा चुराना चाहे ऑनलाइन, तो ये कैसे करेंगे वो?
सर मतलब वो फुल फेक कॉल्स करके कर सकते हैं, या
हाँ,
ऐसे वो
ठीक है।
कहते हैं कि आपके अकाउंट में इतने पैसे आए हैं, मुझे आपका बैंक अकाउंट दे दो या ओटीपी नंबर दे दो, या मतलब आधार कार्ड नंबर, लाइक दिस।
लेकिन ओटीपी तो यार, अब आजकल तो आप अब तो देखो, अब आजकल तो ओटीपी होने से भी आपको, मतलब अगर मान लो कि अगर आप अभी मैं अगर आपको बोलूं कि अब भाई अभी मैं आपको एक ओटीपी भेज रहा हूं, आप मेरे को ओटीपी बता दो। तो ओटीपी भेजने के बावजूद भी बहुत सारे बैंक ने आजकल मैकेनिज्म बना रखे हैं। जैसे कि 24 घंटे का कूल ऑफ पीरियड होता है। अगर मान लो नए फोन पे अगर ऐप इंस्टॉल होता है, तो आप 24 घंटे तक आप अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते, कोई ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं कर सकते, कुछ नहीं कर सकते। तो बहुत तरह के रिस्ट्रिक्शंस लगे रहते हैं ओटीपी लगने के बाद भी। मान लो कि अगर मैंने फोन पे फोन पे का भी अगर मैंने ओटीपी ले लिया आपसे, तो भी काफी समय लगता है। तभी भी ये तो काफी बहुत स्लो, पुराना तरीका हो गया। इससे बेहतर तरीका कुछ बताओ।
So fraudster sends emails, fake emails, or text messages.
even
Hello.
even if you send, I mean, definitely your thoughts are good. I mean, even if you send fake emails or fake links, whatever you send, again, it circles back to that very, very same question, that you will be still restricted to the cool off period applied by your financial institution, right?
Correct, correct, sir. Correct.
So I'm looking a way around that. I'm looking a way around that. Kerry, what do you think? तुम्हें क्या लगता है, कैरी?
See,
सर ये ऐसे कि किसी ने आधार कार्ड का मतलब आधार कार्ड की कॉपी निकलवाई, वो
हाँ,
सही
ठीक है,
नहीं आई।
ठीक है,
वो सही नहीं आई। और मतलब कई सारे लोग ऐसे करते हैं, वो वहीं पे फाड़ के मतलब फाड़ के वहीं पे गिर देते हैं।
ठीक है।
ऐसे भी फ्रॉड होते हैं।
अरे तो आधार कार्ड से लीक कैसे हुआ? तुम्हारा बैंक अकाउंट खाली कैसे हो गया आधार कार्ड से? मान लो, चलो आधार कार्ड भी है मेरे पास, ठीक है। अब आधार कार्ड से मान लो कि तुम्हारा केवाईसी हो रखा होगा किसी बैंक में, उसमें भी अब मुझे आधार कार्ड का इस्तेमाल करके तुम्हारे नाम पे एक दूसरा, मतलब आधार कार्ड से मैं तुम्हारे बैंक अकाउंट तक कैसे पहुंचूंगा? सीधा आधार कार्ड से तो ट्रांजैक्शन करने का कोई तरीका नहीं होता ना।
देखो सर, देखो, हमने आधार कार्ड मतलब कि किसी का ले लिया नंबर, उसके बाद उसका मतलब फोन नंबर भी उसके साथ कांटेक्ट होगा, तो उसके साथ उसकी सारी बैंक डिटेल आ जाएंगी, उसके साथ उसका पैन कार्ड नंबर भी अटैच्ड होगा।
ये सब कहाँ होगा? ये सब कहाँ रखा जाता है एक बार में तो ऐसा कोई
uh,
सरकार। हाँ, या प्लीज गो अहेड।
yeah, I think so, sir. They are making a fake URL, same like or same website, like bank website, and through that they create such type of frauds. Similar replica of the same replica of the original website or
Okay,
URL.
okay, sure. I'm with you, Amol. I'm with you, Amol, where they they might make a look-alike website, right? But in
Okay,
even in that case, even that's still that's what I'm trying to tell you, right? Even if I capture uh the credentials, if I capture a credential, right? If I capture the
correct,
credential
correct.
in okay, in the first phase, I'll have to capture the credential. In the second phase, I'll have to capture the OTPs,
Absolutely right, sir. Correct.
right?
It's a
In,
two
yeah,
way multi-factor.
there,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. There are multi-factors. They are not just a single factor. Now,
correct, correct. Authentication is
so
two ways multi-factor. Sir, correct, correct.
right. So now in this case, what will happen? That the probability is declining. Probability is
Correct, correct,
declining.
sir.
The probability of an attack is declining. I'm looking for a sure shot way. I don't want to, and I don't want to get into an cool off period put in by the financial institution. I don't want to uh, uh, leverage. I don't want to get into uh, say uh, like resetting or harvesting personal information and then going that route to basically link uh, all of the information together and then try to convince the folks. No, I don't want that. What I want.
So the malware is another type, sir. If you are saying that if you don't want to go in a personal thing,
So
where
mal.
they
Mhm. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no,
Go ahead.
you can speak, sir. You can speak.
No. So what definitely malware is one of the one of, I mean, that is, you are getting close. You are getting close, by the way, Amol. I will not discourage you. You are getting close to what is happening
Okay,
right
sir.
now. Can you let's give Sherry another chance. तो शेरी आपने सुना अभी तक, राइट?
यस सर।
क्या क्या हम बातें कर रहे थे? तो अब आप बताइए कि जैसा अमोल ने अभी कहा कुछ मालवेयर के बारे में, राइट? तो आप बताइए कि अब आप इस पे बिल्डअप करके बताइए। अमोल ने आपको इतनी दूर तक तो पहुंचा दिया हिंट दे के कि आप मालवेयर का इस्तेमाल करेंगे। अब आप बताइए शरी की आप आगे कैसे, मान लो कि मेरे मेरे ही फोन से आपको आपको मेरा ही बैंक अकाउंट खाली करना है। चलो ये टारगेट है आपका, ठीक है? नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन इज लाइक, तो अभी कैसा है कि अगर मान लो मैलवेयर मेरे मशीन, अब चैलेंजेस कहाँ है? चैलेंजेस कहाँ कहाँ है? मान लो आप ट्राई करोगे मैलवेयर का, तो चैलेंजेस आपको कहाँ कहाँ मिलेंगे? एक तो मेरा फोन तो आईफोन है, ठीक है? पहली बात तो मेरा फोन आईफोन है। आईफोन एप्पल के लिए ऐसे भी कम ही मैलवेयर वायरस होता है, ठीक है? तो आपका वहां पर तो पहला रिस्ट्रिक्शन आ गया। दूसरा, अगर आपने बना भी लिया ऐसा मालवेयर, तो मेरे पास एंटीवायरस है, ठीक है? नाउ एक मैलवेयर तो एक मैलवेयर एक ऐसा सॉफ्टवेयर होता है जिसका रेपुटेशन खराब होता है, राइट? तो अब आप
Correct, sir.
तो आप नाउ शेरी, व्हाट डू यू थिंक, व्हाट विल बी योर नेक्स्ट स्ट्रैटेजी? आप कैसे मेरा बैंक अकाउंट खाली करोगे? चलिए आप अगर बोल रहे हो तो आप म्यूट पे हो।
सिर्फ 1 सेकंड वेट।
ओके, तब हम वेट तो नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन हाँ संदेश काफी देर से हाथ खड़ा कर रहे हैं। संदेश से हम बात करते हैं। संदेश, गो अहेड।
Sir, we can use any desk app, sir. Directly
शाबाश,
screen
शाबाश,
screen ले
शाबाश।
सकते हैं sir.
ग्रेट ग्रेट संदेश, दिस इज व्हाट आई वाज लुकिंग फॉर। तो संदेश का जो सजेशन है कि हम एनी डेस्क अभी हम नहीं इस्तेमाल करेंगे, बट इस्तेमाल हो रहा है, इस्तेमाल हो रहा है, राइट। एनी डेस्क इस्तेमाल हो रहा है जहां पर अटैकर्स क्या कर रहे हैं, लोगों के फोन में एनी डेस्क इंस्टॉल करवा रहे हैं, राइट। अगेन आपको याद रखना होगा, अटैकर और विक्टिम दोनों दूर दूर है, कोई भी करीब नहीं है। जो भी हो रहा है फोन पे हो रहा है या कुछ एक माध्यम से हो रहा है, कोई इंस्ट्रक्शंस दे रहा है और वो विक्टिम फॉलो कर रहा है, राइट। जस्ट अलाउ मी अ सेकेंड। Yeah. So, yeah. So we have to remember that both victim and the attacker are are far apart. They are not in close vicinity, right? And we are uh, we are discussing about a situation where the attack is happening at a scale. Again, this attack is happening at a scale. It's all about scale. आप जो भी टेक्निक यहाँ पर सीखोगे, हैक करने की नहीं बट डिफेंस की, वी आर लर्निंग डिफेंस, राइट। वी आर लर्निंग डिफेंस, वी आर नॉट learning offense as of now. So whatever defense strategy you are uh, uh, learning follows the same philosophy that the Indian law enforcement follows, or the Indian legal fraternity follows, or Indian constitution follows. So basically, let's suppose if there are 100 crimes that are being committed, a certain type of 100 crimes are being committed, then only 1 or 2% gets reported, right? And that's the reason the punishment seems too harsh, because many of the cases we aren't able to in many of the cases the victims aren't able to uh, report a certain crime, and similarly, or in many of the cases, the screams of the victims are not being heard. Now, the same analogy follows on the internet. And the same analogy follows for log analysis. What are screams? Screams are the logs. Logs are the screams of your web applications or your websites. And what are we exploring in this tutorial? We are exploring how to hear those screams. So well, this is the way to put it. We diverted a lot away from the question that Sherry had asked, that what is HTTP and HTTPS, right, Sherry?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now, Sherry, जब अभी अभी तक हमने अभी तक क्या स्टैब्लिश किया? हमने ये स्टैब्लिश किया कि विक्टिम और जो अटैकर है दोनों ही दूर दूर है, ठीक है? दोनों ही समझ लो दूसरे दूसरे शहर में है। आपने जामताड़ा नाम की एक नेटफ्लिक्स पे सीरीज देखी होगी, राइट? जहां पर जो अटैकर है वो झारखंड के एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट से है। वैसे झारखंड के डिस्ट्रिक्ट से तो मैं भी हूँ, रांची से हूँ बाय द वे, बट आई एम नॉट वन ऑफ द बैड गाइज एज ऑफ नाउ। तो अब क्या होता है कि वो रिमोटली कैसे कर पाते हैं, और ये रिमोट होता कैसे, राइट? तो अभी तक जैसे संदेश अमोल ने हमें सजेस्ट किया कि अटैकर जो कर रहा है ना, वो फोन में एक ऐप इंस्टॉल करवाता है एनी नाम का, राइट? नाउ नाउ शेरी, आप मेरे को ये बताओ कि अगर मैं आपको बोलूं कि एनी डेस्क आप इंस्टॉल करो, तो क्या चांस है कि आप एक बार में एनी डेस्क, मान लो आप मेरी सारी बात मानते भी हो, ठीक है, तो क्या चांस है कि आप एनी डेस्क इंस्टॉल कर लो? या चलो मैं आपसे ये सवाल पूछता हूं, चलो मैं आपसे ये इसी सवाल को दूसरी तरह से पूछता हूं। क्या अगर मैं आपको कहूं कि एनी डेस्क हम आप इंस्टॉल करो, तो क्या, अगर मान लो आपने कभी इस ऐप का नाम नहीं सुना, तो आपसे क्या गलतियां हो सकती हैं इस ऐप को इंस्टॉल करने में?
सर पहले तो मतलब इसमें गलतियां हो सकती है कि हम इंस्टॉल कर लेंगे। दूसरी बात की ये
नहीं नहीं
कि
नहीं
हम
नहीं नहीं
सारी डिटेल
नहीं नहीं, आप मेरा सवाल नहीं
कर
समझे फिर शरी, आप मेरा सवाल नहीं समझे, आप मेरा सवाल नहीं समझे।
यस सर।
मेरा सवाल है कि ऐप इंस्टॉल करने में क्या गलती हो सकती है? मान लो कि आप एंड्रॉइड चलाते हो, आप आईओएस नहीं चलाते हो, आप आईफोन नहीं चलाते हो, आप एंड्रॉइड चलाते हो, तो भी आपसे क्या क्या गलतियां हो सकती हैं? एक, अगर मान लो XYZ ऐप है, मैं आपसे कहूं कि भाई आपको एक XYZ ऐप इंस्टॉल करना है, आपसे क्या क्या गलतियां हो सकती हैं? वी आर ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लोर दैट। चलो मैं शुरू करता हूँ, शायद आप मेरा सवाल ज्यादा वेग लगा हो आपको। तो ऐसा हो सकता है ना कि आप मान लो, जैसे मैं आपको कहूँ, आप ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग करने जा रहे हो और आपको एक फोन खरीदना है, आपको नोकिया का फोन खरीदना है, लेकिन आप अपने आप अमेजोन या कहीं जा करके आप एंटर कर देते हो नाकिया, NAKIA इंस्टेड ऑफ NOKIA। तो दिस इज द फर्स्ट मिस्टेक यू कुड डू, राइट? दिस इज पार्ट ऑफ यूजर एक्सपीरियंस, राइट शेरी? एक
सर
मान लो,
प्लीज रिपीट।
ओके, मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि मान लो कि आप इंग्लिश स्पीकर नहीं हो, इफ यू आर नॉट एन इंग्लिश स्पीकर, राइट, एंड आई आस्क यू टू डाउनलोड अ सर्टेन ऐप, you might not enter the right spelling. This is the first mistake you can do. शरी, आपको समझ में आया पहला मिस्टेक?
यस सर।
तो क्या था पहला मिस्टेक?
सर वो पहला मिस्टेक ऐसे था कि आप अगर अगर मुझे इंग्लिश नहीं आती तो
हाँ
मैं उसमें स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक मतलब अपने नेम की गलत करूंगी।
हाँ, कर सकते हो, राइट?
यस
तो
सर। सेकेंडली हो सकता है इसमें वायरस हो।
सेकेंडली नहीं, पहले पे ही रहो, पहले अभी पहले पे रहो।
सर
अभी
ओके।
हम सेकंड पे जाएंगे, हम सेकंड पे जाएंगे। मैं आपसे अभी अभी क्लास खत्म नहीं हुई है। अभी हम क्लास में हैं, तो पहले पे ही रहते हैं। तो इसको हम क्या कहते हैं? इस ये जो अगर आपसे गलती हुई, ठीक है, और इसका इसका एडवांटेज अगर अटैकर लेना चाहता है, तो इस अटैक को हम कहते हैं टाइप स्क्वाटिंग अटैक। क्या कहते हैं शेरी?
सर प्लीज रिपीट।
कहां से रिपीट?
नेम ऑफ
नेम
द
ऑफ द
अटैक।
अटैक, राइट। हाँ, बाकी चीजें
राइट
समझ में आई ना, बाकी चीजें तो आप, मैं तो हिंदी बोल रहा हूँ शायद,
सर, यस।
है ना। तो नाम है टाइप स्क्वाटिंग, TYPOSQUATING, टाइपो स्क्वाटिंग अटैक। ठीक है, जैसे अभी अगर मान लो ना, अगर आप एंड्रॉइड पे, जब एंड्रॉइड प्ले स्टोर पे अगर आप जाओ ना, अगर आप मान लो कि जैसे अगर आप व्हाट्सएप सर्च करोगे ना, तो आपको व्हाट्सएप से ही मिलता जुलता कितने सारे एप्स दिखाई देंगे, राइट। बट
सर यस।
है ना, तो ये क्या हो रहा है, दे हैव फ्लडेड दी। अब ये एक ऑफिशियल गूगल का प्ले स्टोर है जहां पर ये हो रहा है। अगर इसमें से कोई एक गलत ऐप आपने इंस्टॉल कर लिया, ये तो पहले तो बात है कि ये सारे रेप्यूटेड ऐप्स हैं, राइट, क्योंकि ये गूगल प्ले स्टोर पे मालवेयर वाला चक्कर भी नहीं है यहाँ पर, वायरस वाला, जो आप कह रहे थे सेकंड पार्ट, इसमें वायरस हो सकता है, राइट। दिस इज द फर्स्ट मिस्टेक द द विक्टिम कैन डू। तो अब अगर मान लो कि, तो अदर देन दैट, तो अब शरी, आप ये मेरे को बताओ कि ये गलती प्रिवेंट करने के लिए आप क्या चाहोगे, कि मैं आपको ऐसा क्या अ, अ, ऐसा कैसा इंस्ट्रक्शन दूं जो कि फुल प्रूफ हो? शरी, आपको आवाज मेरी आ रही है?
यस सर।
तो मेरा रिक्वेस्ट आपसे ये है कि आप अब मेरे को एक ऐसा तरीका बताओ जिससे कि मैं एक फुल प्रूफ, नॉट फुल प्रूफ, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट FOOL, फुल प्रूफ, फुल प्रूफ इंस्ट्रक्शन दूं, जिससे जो विक्टिम है मेरा, जो मेरा इंटेंडेड ऐप है वही डाउनलोड करे, उसके अलावा कुछ और डाउनलोड ना करे। आपको सवाल समझ में आया शरी?
सर यस।
तो बताओ।
सर ऐसे कि किसी को हम बता रहे हैं कि ये ऐप इंस्टॉल करना, और हम उस मतलब वो जो हैकर होते हैं वो कंपेल करने की कोशिश करते हैं।
नहीं नहीं, आप सवाल से डिविएट कर रहे हो ना, आप जवाब से डिविएट कर रहे हो। मैंने आपसे सीधा सवाल पूछा है। आप चाहते हो कि मैं कोई एक सर्टन ऐप इंस्टॉल करूं अपने फोन में, आप ही हैकर हो, आप चाहते हो मेरा पैसा निकाल लेना, आप चाहते हो कि मैं एक सर्टन ऐप इंस्टॉल करूं, लेकिन आप ये नहीं चाहते कि मैं कोई और ऐप इंस्टॉल करके किसी और हैकर को पैसे भेज दूं। तो हाउ विल यू गिव मी अ फुल प्रूफ इंस्ट्रक्शन दैट आई डाउनलोड योर इंटेंडेड ऐप, जो ऐप आप इंटेंड कर रहे हो, या आप इंटेंड कर रहे हो जिस ऐप से मुझे हैक करने की, मैं वही ऐप इंस्टॉल करूं, अदर देन दैट मैं कुछ और ना इंस्टॉल कर लूं। In the meanwhile, we have Yash. Yash, feel free to unmute yourself, and you have raised your query. You raise your query. Yes, am I audible?
So it's
Yes.
my interpretation.
Okay, go ahead. You are audible. You are audible. Go ahead. Yash.
No, sir. I just it's a by mistake. I raised my hand.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Okay, Sherry. So, back to you, Sherry. Please unmute yourself and provide us a foolproof. Let's suppose we all are victims of Sherry, and Sherry is, and it is possible that we might download some other app that Sherry is not intending for us to download, and we might get hacked by some other hacker. And in that case, Sherry will lose our our capital. So Sherry, time is ticking. Please think of a foolproof instruction. What is that foolproof instruction that you can give to a person over a call or over SMS, over whatever email, whatever communication channel you are using? Is my question clear, Sherry? Sherry, am I audible, Sherry?
यस सर। सर जैसे कि हम ये कह सकते हैं कि मतलब कि उससे पैसे मिलेंगे आपको।
अरे पैसे
ऐप
मिलेंगे,
डाउनलोड
कैसे
कर
मिलेंगे? पैसे कैसे मिलेंगे? तुम ऐप ही तो इंस्टॉल नहीं करवा पा रही हो। सही ऐप ही तो तुम इंस्टॉल नहीं करवा पा रही हो। तुम सही ऐप तो इंस्टॉल पहले करवाओ। सवाल तो यहाँ पहले है कि सही ऐप इंस्टॉल करवाना है ना। तुम सही ऐप कैसे इंस्टॉल करवाओ, बताओ? लेट्स ब्रेनस्टॉर्म, शेरी, कम ऑन। पैसे तो हमारा एंड गोल, मतलब
सर की पॉइंट को प्रायोरिटाइज करना सर, फिर उसके बाद मैसेज को शॉर्ट एंड सीक्वेंस में रखना, फिर स्टेप्स के बारे में पूरी जानकारी चाहिए। दिस आर द इनिशियल स्टेप्स सर।
come on Amol, that is still, I mean, I the the first thing of an attacker playbook is always assume, I mean, uh, always assume that your victim will not be able to be, I mean, the victim is trying to be fully compliant with you. Okay. But victim is limited to their knowledge. Remember, unka, they might not speak the same language as you. They might not be so, उनका जैसे अब बहुत लोग होते हैं ना, बहुत लोग डिसलेक्सिक होते हैं। जैसे मैं भी डिसलेक्सिक हूँ। I type, I miss typing some things here and there. कुछ लेटर इधर उधर हो सकते हैं। हो सकता है कि मेरा फोन बहुत पुराना हो। मेरा जो 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 कीबोर्ड आप अगर आप अब आप जो कह रहे हो कि मैसेज को शॉर्ट एंड सिंपल रखें, तो इन दैट केस हो सकता है मैं पूरी तरह से कॉम्प्रिहेंड ना कर पाऊं, या मुझे आपका मैसेज का टोन उतना अच्छा ना लगे। शायद मैं उससे ऑफेंड हो जाऊं। आई माइट गेट ऑफेंडेड एज वेल, राइट? इट इज पॉसिबल इफ यू कीप योर
Yeah, it is
messages very
possible.
short, right? And you don't want to do that. You don't want to offend me, right? You want to attack me. You don't want to offend me. So Sherry, क्या लगता है आपको? What is that foolproof instruction that you can share with your victim? क्या शेरी? आपकी आवाज कट रही है। शेरी, आई एम ऑडिबल?
यस
Then go ahead. अच्छा, मान लो कि एक विक्टिम को छोड़ो शेरी, मान लो कि आपका कोई आपके कोई जान पहचान में ही है, ठीक है? some imagine any of your friend. No, you want to let's suppose चलो ऐसा इमेजिन करो शहरी कि एक कोई नया ऐप निकला है और उसमें कह रहे हैं कि अगर आप 10 लोगों को ज्वाइन करवाओगे तो आपको रेफरल बोनस मिलेगा या एक कूपन मिलेगा। तो आप 10 लोगों को वो ऐप कैसे ज्वाइन करवाओगे ये बताओ।
सर जिਵੇਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ कन्वेंस जैसे कि आप हम उन्हें कन्वेंस कर सकते हैं भी अगर आप ये ऐप इंस्टॉल करोगे तो आपको ये फायदे होंगे और ये आपको चीजें मिल सकती हैं इस ऐप के द्वारा।
वो तो चलो ठीक है ना शहरी, वो तो स्टिल स्टिल अरे वो तो तुम्हारा स्क्रिप्ट हो गया। वो तो तुम वो कह रही हो, लेकिन अगेन तुम्हारा इंसेंटिव अभी तुम्हारा इंटेंशन, तुम्हारा इंसेंटिव तो अभी भी पैसा ही है, लेकिन तुम्हारा इंसेंटिव सॉरी इंटेंशन, तुम्हारा इंटेंशन अभी उनको हार्म करना नहीं है। तुम्हारा इंटेंशन अभी उनसे एक सर्टन तरह का ऐप इंस्टॉल करवा करके रेफरल लेना है, रेफरल बोनस लेना है कंपनी से। You're getting my point. So how will you spread awareness for that particular app in a foolproof manner? Think in this way.
सर सर जिमें जैसे हम व्हाट्सएप पे स्टेटस डालते हैं, स्टेटस डाल सकते हैं भी आप इस ऐप को डाउनलोड करो। आप ऐप को डाउनलोड कर सकते हो। फेसबुक इंस्टाग्राम पर हम अपलोड कर सकते हैं भी आप ऐप को डाउनलोड करो।
कैसे ये ऐप को आप कैसे रीच करेंगे शरी? आप लोग, आप कैसे कैसे चाहोगे कि ऐप लोग उस, यही तो सवाल मैं आपसे पूछना चाह रहा हूं कि आप
पोस्ट पोस्टर बनाकर जैसे अट्रैक्टिव पोस्टर्स बना दिए, ऐप के बारे में
हाँ, तो
बता दिया।
वो तो पोस्टर तो फिर एक इमेज हो गया ना, एक इमेज हो गया।
यस सर।
तो इमेज, अब इमेज तो फिर भी एक फोटो ही हुआ ना। आप स्टेटस में भी लगाओगे, आप लिख दोगे चलो XYZ ऐप है। अब लोग मान लो XYZ ठीक से टाइप नहीं कर पाए प्ले स्टोर में और गलत XYF डाउनलोड कर लिया, तो आपको रिस्क, आपका रिस्क तो वहां पर भी है। इसको आप इम्प्रूव कैसे, इसको इम्प्रूव करो आप इसको। इंटीग्रिटी, आप मैसेज की इंटीग्रिटी कैसे मेंटेन होगी? क्या लगता है शहरी? शहरी एमॉडिबल?
यस सर।
तो इंस्ट्रक्शन आप मेरे को बताओ अब शहरी, कैसे? मान लो कि चलो ठीक है, अ, चलो अब इसको, इस सवाल को और सिंपलीफाई करता हूं मैं। मान लो कि चलो आप इसी चैट पे, आप इसी चैट पे, यहाँ पर हमारा टीम्स का चैट है राइट। अभी हम एक मीटिंग में हैं, वी आर इन अ मीटिंग। अब आप
यस सर।
इस अब आप आपका टारगेट है कि आप हमें एक ऐप पर्टिकुलर, कोई कोई भी आपके फोन में, अभी आप हमको बताना मत, ठीक है? अभी आप हमें बताओ मत कि कौन सा ऐप आपका फेवरेट है आपके फोन पे, ठीक है? आपके आपके मोबाइल फोन में कौन सा ऐप आपका फेवरेट है? आप चाहते हो कि हम उस ऐप को इंस्टॉल करें, तो हाउ विल यू शेयर अबाउट दैट ऐप? या हाउ व्हाट
नहीं
हाँ,
सर, क्या आप फिल्म में देखना पसंद करते हो?
वो तो ठीक है भाई। हाँ, ये तो देखो, अब आप मेरे से अब दिस विल बी अ वन वे कम्युनिकेशन, इट कैन नॉट बी अ टू वे कम्युनिकेशन शेरी।
यस सर।
यू हैव टू, आपको आपको सोचना होगा कि आप एक वन वे कम्युनिकेशन कर रहे हो, ठीक है। इट कैन नॉट बी, आई विल नॉट बी एंगेजिंग विथ यू। सो अब आप सोचो इस तरह से कि आपको एक बार में आपके फेवरेट ऐप तक मुझे पहुंचाना है, या हम 34 लोग हैं इस कॉल पे। हाउ विल यू मेक अस डाउनलोड? नॉट नॉट कन्विंस, कन्विंस सवाल यहाँ कन्विंस करना नहीं है। आप हमें जो भी ऐप बोलोगे हम डाउनलोड कर लेंगे, लेकिन आपका है कि
Success stories.
no, that is definitely there is success stories. It's another way of convincing the other folk. I'm just focused on the integrity of say integrity of an app, like integrity of a message. I just want the correct message to reach my victim. Success stories definitely will convince people. It will help you to build trust. My question is, how will you? Great, Sandeep. That is the answer what we are looking for. By sending app links. App का link भेज दो. Did everybody understand? That is a
यस
foolproof way,
सर।
right?
Yes, sir.
अब
Yes,
आपको
sir.
अब आपको समझ में आया शेरी? कि अगर मान लो कि मुझे इंटीग्रेट, मान लो कि अगर मैं स्पेलिंग में मिस्टेक कर रहा हूं, मैं कुछ भी कर रहा हूं, तो आप क्या बोलोगे? अच्छा रुको, मैं ये लिंक भेज दे रही हूँ, इससे डाउनलोड कर लेना,
यस सर।
राइट? तो इससे इससे अब क्या हो गया? अब आपको समझ में आया कि लिंक लिंक इस देखो, लिंक एक इंग्लिश शब्द है, ठीक है। लिंक एक इंग्लिश शब्द है जो, जैसे जैसे हिंदी में लोहे लोहे की जंजीर होती है ना, सिक्कड़ होता है। तो ईच तो व्हाट इज अ लिंक? लिंक इज अ मेटल लूप दैट कनेक्ट्स टू एंड पॉइंट्स, ठीक है। सो दैट इज, एंड सिमिलरली ओवर द इंटरनेट, इट इज अ mechanism for simplifying someone to give directions to reach somewhere. जैसे अगर मान लो कि पॉइंट ए से पॉइंट बी पहुंचना है हमें, तो आप एक लिंक दे दो। अगेन अमृता, this is about convincing folks. We are way past that. Okay, I think Amruta wants to unmute. Anurag is there. Okay, Anurag, you want to unmute yourself? Go ahead. What is your query, Anurag? Anurag, I'm audible. Okay, I think Anurag isn't able to participate. But in any ways, so folks, चलो, लिंक तो एक अच्छा हुआ, राइट? लिंक लिंक अब शरी, आप मेरे को ये बताओ, क्या लिंक को भी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना सेफ है, या लिंक डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने में भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है?
सर हो सकता है उसमें भी प्रॉब्लम।
कैसे हो सकता है बताओ?
सर वो ऐसे, जैसे हमने लिंक भेजा, वो
हाँ,
मतलब वो हैक भी हो सकता, मतलब वो किसी और का भी हो सकता है।
नहीं लिंक
और
तो
सर
यार
कई
लिंक
बार और सर कई बार वो खुलता भी नहीं है।
गुड। अब आप इस अब आप सही रास्ते पे हो शेरी। इस पे थोड़ा सा एलैबोरेट करो। आपने कहा लिंक बहुत बार खुलता भी नहीं है, राइट? ऐसा क्यों होता है? ऐसा क्यों होता है? व्हाट आर द
सर
कॉजेस, व्हाट कैन बी द कॉजेस ऑफ इट?
सर जैसे अगर हमने किसी को भी लिंक भेजा और उसके फोन में कोई खराबी हो जिसके कारण वो खुले नहीं, या उसके फोन में वो ऐप वो चीज ही ना हो जिससे वो लिंक खुलता है।
क्या लिंक लिंक खोलने के लिए चाहिए क्या होता है? अब बताओ,
सर
लिंक खोलने के लिए
क्रोम
क्या चाहिए?
क्रोम क्रोम
हाँ तो क्रोम
या
तो क्रोम
इंटरनेट या
हाँ
इंटरनेट ब्राउजर, तो
हाँ,
इंटरनेट में प्रॉब्लम हो।
इंटरनेट में प्रॉब्लम हो तो मैसेज कैसे पहुंचा आपका? लिंक ही कैसे पहुंचेगा?
नहीं, जैसे हमने लिंक भेजा और वो वहां तक पहुंच गया और उसके बाद वो खुले नहीं, या फिर उसमें और भी प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकती हैं।
क्या प्रॉब्लम, लिंक में क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है? चलो अनुराग बहुत देर से हाथ ऊपर कर रहे हैं, अनुराग आप बोलिए, आपको क्या लगता है? अनुराग अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ। अनुराग वी आर नॉट एबल टू हियर यू एट ऑल। अनुराग यू आर नॉट ऑडिबल। प्लीज टाइप, feel free to type Anurag, by the way. You can type whatever is your query. तो लिंक में क्या गलती हो सकती है? लिंक ट्रांसफर करने में क्या गलती हो सकती है?
सर वो आगे जाके इंटरनेट ब्राउजर पे कई बार खुलता नहीं है, या क्रोम पे नहीं कई बार खुलता।
मैं कह रहा हूं, देखो मेरा सवाल बहुत क्लियर है शेरी। मेरा सवाल है कि लिंक को ट्रांसफर करने में ऐसी क्या गड़बड़ी हो सकती है जिससे आगे वाले के फोन में लिंक ना खुले? अब सवाल समझ में आया आपको?
यस सर। सर एरर भी हो सकता है उसमें,
क्या एरर हो सकता है? वही तो मैं एक्सप्लोर करना चाह रहा हूँ, वही तो मैं जानना चाह रहा हूँ क्या एरर हो सकता है लिंक में। व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
या जो सामने वाला होता है उसके फोन में कोई प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, फोन हैक हो सकता है, हैंग हो सकता है।
ठीक है, चलो मान लो कि लिंक, वो तो हैंग तब होगा ना जब, चलो वो तो, ये तो ऑपरेशनल इशू हो गया। मान लो कि आपने, चलो मैं एक सवाल आपसे ये पूछता हूँ। ओके, अमृता हैज आस्किंग अस टू डेफिनेटली वी विल आल्सो स्विच टू इंग्लिश, अमृता, थैंक यू फॉर रिमाइंडिंग अस। सो नाउ Sherry, the question is, let's suppose the link that you are trying to share, you have shared it in a group, right? The phone will hang for one folk or the second. It will not hang for the entire group, right? Senyan has a good point. Senyan has a good point where they are saying that the link might expire. That's a very good point. Other than that, uh, what do we have? We have Arvind saying there could be typos error. That is good. Okay, that's one thing. That's a good tangent we can explore.
I'm
So
audible, Ayush?
yes, you are audible right now, Anurag.
Actually, I have some mic problem शायद मैं पहले भी ट्राई कर रहा था बोलने की पर मेरी आवाज आपके पास आ नहीं रही थी।
अच्छा बोलिए अनुराग।
हाँ मैं आपको जो बता रहा था जो आप ये बात पूछ रहे
And
थे
please use English, by the way, Anurag. Hindi is, we are entertaining Sherry only at the moment for Hindi. Please go ahead, Anurag.
ओके देन फिर देयर इज नो इशू।
अरे नहीं, शाय डोंट बी शाय यार, चलो ठीक है हिंदी में ही बोलो,
नो नो
हटाओ।
की बात नहीं है, कोई इशू नहीं है, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम।
अच्छा, ये बताने के लिए आपने हमें डिस्टर्ब किया कि कोई इशू नहीं है, चलो ठीक है, मान लिया। ओके शेरी, कमिंग बैक टू यू, the question is that in a group of 34 people, the phone will hang for 1 or 2 person, right? But will it hang for everyone?
सर लिंक में भी मिसटाइप्ड भी हो सकता है.
बहुत अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा. That's a very good tangent you are using. But link usually, तो चलो ये एक बहुत अच्छा कारण हो सकता है. This is a very good reason that you can make typo mistakes while typing the link. But do you type the link? The first question is, do you type the link? Like when is the last time you had typed a URL in your mobile phone? I don't think we type the link. What is the most common what is the most common operation that we do with a link, Sherry, in order to share a link? Typing is the last resort, by the way. Typing a link is the last resort. Like, let's suppose if I have a very big Google search, like, okay, let me just say, let me elaborate. Okay, let's suppose if this is the link. If I go ahead and if I start typing, it will take me some time, right? So Sherry, tell me, what is the fastest way to give you this link?
The copy.
Very good, Sherry. That is the answer that I was looking for. Now, but copy करने में भी, even if we copy, what is the problem that we can, what is the problem still the user can encounter? Even after you have copied, Sherry.
Yes, sir.
No, I mean, this is a question. This is a genuine question for you. Like, what is the next problem that the user might encounter if you decide to copy a link and share it on a group? Still, some folks are saying that your link is not working. What could be the reason? Are you able to understand my question, Sherry?
Yes, sir. I can understand.
Go ahead. So what do you think? Now, server error is something, Arvind, it is, let's assume the error is with copying the link. Let's localize our problem that there the error is, I mean, the link is opening on Sherry's side, but she has done some mistake while copying the link. What is that mistake Sherry could do? Amrita is saying if the link is fake. Okay, Amrita, please unmute yourself and help us. Please elaborate on this fake link situation. What do you mean by fake link? In the meanwhile, Sherry is thinking about what mistake she could do. Amrita, am I audible? Amrita, am I audible? I mean, this again, Anurag, those are the mechanisms to convince the folks. The good Yash. Yash has the correct answer. Yash is saying, Yash, would you like to unmute yourself and elaborate on this?
Yes, sir. Am I
Yeah.
audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Go ahead, Yash.
Sir, when we copy the link, sometimes it will be we not copy the full link and we paste the in the group.
Wow, perfect. That's the answer that I was looking for. शरी अभी आपको समझ में आया क्या गलतियां हो सकती हैं लिंक कॉपी करने
Yes,
में
sir.
भी क्या
Yes,
गलतियां हो
sir.
सकती क्या गलतियां हो सकती हैं शरी
सर वो पूरा लिंक कॉपी नहीं होता कभी कभी.
राइट इसका मतलब लिंक्स के कुछ पार्ट्स होते हैं क्या हम ऐसा भी कह सकते हैं शरी
Yes, sir.
तो क्या आप मुझे क्या आप गूगल करोगे मेरे लिए कि व्हाट आर द पार्ट्स ऑफ लिंक can you google it and read out aloud अब आप सर्च करो और बताओ आप क्या देख पा रहे हो
Sir, wait a minute.
या श्योर विल वेट in the meanwhile folks everybody can also think a better way to share the
At 10 parts.
okay good Sherry
The scheme subdomain, top
wow
level domain,
yeah
second level domain, subdirectory, parameter,
yeah
port, path, query,
एक
and fragment.
okay let's go one by one Sherry let's go one by one एक एक करके जाते हैं ठीक है तो पहले what's the first thing that you said what is the first thing that you said
Scheme.
okay अब scheme के कुछ examples आप मुझे दो give me some example of scheme
So it is also known as protocol.
go ahead
This helps to use when it accesses a page on your website.
okay so that's the definition right Sherry I want
Yes.
example give me some examples
Like for example,
आप गूगल कर सकते हो गूगल कर रहे हो कि नहीं कर रहे हो आप are you googling or not
yes.
please
Yes.
google
Wait.
so in the meanwhile while Sherry is googling we have a suggestion from Patrick here says that a better way to transfer is through QR codes. Yes, Patrick, that is a very good way. So rather than I just copy this and we paste it in the chat, what I will do is I'll search on the Google link to QR code generator. Okay, this is QR code generator. Here it says enter URL. I'm picking a search result at random. It's nothing to do. It's not favorite. Yeah. So here we have our QR code. Everybody can feel free to open their mobile phones and scan their screens. What I can do is I can enlarge it a bit as well so that it will be easier for everybody to Yeah, I mean, you can always, everybody can scan this link and go to that URL or app, right? And this has a this, so this technique, yeah, in that case, you'll get an exact link, right? Can we scan it on a laptop? Very good question, Amruta. Very good question. So in order to do it on a laptop, the first way is to click on search, click on snipping tool. Here, you should first take a screenshot. You can take a screenshot. Hope everybody is following, right? Take a screenshot, Amruta. In that case, you will be able to capture the screen. Now you will have to cut out the QR code. Once you have cut out the QR code, you have to click on text actions. When you click on text actions, you see this link is highlighted. You can click on it. Is everybody able to follow? Any doubts in this, by the way? So now the added advantage of spreading a QR code is that you can do it in an offline way as well. You can do it in an offline way as well, right? You can take a printout of this QR code and stick it everywhere, anywhere you want, like public places, like parks. Don't do don't start doing this, but you can do that, and you can put in public places, public parks, railway stations, etc., etc. You can put a like the attackers can attackers can do is like they can say scan and win, or do some scan and win 1,000 rupees or etc. In that case, this will attract more attention, and this attack is called as squishing. Now, coming back to Sherry's question, coming back to Sherry. So Amruta, is your question answered? Okay, we don't have any feedback from Amruta. Let's go back to Sherry. So Sherry, were you can you help us with some examples of the scheme? That was our question with you. Sherry, I'm audible. Sherry, you are on mute if you are speaking.
Sir, wait a minute.
Still, so much time you're taking for just to do some Google. Sherry, how much time do you need, by the way? Sherry, how much more time do you think you need?
Sir, there are some examples like Melto
Okay, go ahead.
and Photo Library app.
No schemes.
Yes,
Okay, go
for
ahead.
custom themes, Slack
Okay.
Slash,
Okay, great.
and hashtag hashtag double slash.
Yeah, okay, next.
It's education edu backlinks.
So they edu backlinks, okay.
Yes,
Apart from that, other than that,
it's hashtag example.com.
no, we are just looking for schemes. Can you give us example of schemes, Sherry?
The buying or selling links.
No. I mean, okay, what are schemes, Sherry? What are schemes?
So schemes are the excessive links exchanges and using automated program to create links.
That is okay. How did you come to know about schemes? Where did you uh, where did you learn about schemes?
They're in rankmath.com.
That is okay. That is okay. Now, can so uh, how is schemes relevant for you to share a link, Sherry? Or where is can you identify? Okay, now this is a link, right, Sherry?
Yes.
So can you identify the scheme in this link? Let me just
Sir,
yeah. Can you highlight the scheme in this link, Sherry?
so yes.
What is the scheme in this link, Sherry?
http://developer.mazzolo.org.
No. So that's the entire link, right? I just want you to identify the scheme in this link.
I think developer.mozilla.
That's the okay. So what are the parts of the link that you had mentioned previously?
It's the domain name,
And
subdomain, top level domain.
okay, so can you identify the uh, subdomain and the top level domain in this link?
Yes, sir. The subdomain is the additional part of the main domain, and we can say that here it's .org.
Are you sure that .org is the domain subdomain?
Yes.
Uh, okay, then what is the TLD? What is the top level domain here? Sherry, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So what is the top level domain?
I think previously I was wrong, and
Good.
.org is the TLD.
Great. You corrected yourself. Great. So now,
Yes.
if we have established that .org is the top level domain, then what is the domain now?
Domain domain is the main address of website, fuller name.
So in this link, Sherry, not in general, I'm asking you, what is the domain in this link?
This developer Mozilla or
Entire developer Mozilla is the domain.
yes.
Then what is the subdomain?
So the full is domain.
Rest full is domain, you are saying.
Yes.
Rest, what do you mean by rest? What do you mean by rest? Which
So
portion
like
are you referring to rest?
ENUS docs web
Are you
HTTP.
sure? Are you sure that's the domain? That's
Not
part of the domain.
I'm not sure, but I think so.
So where is, let's suppose, uh, then what is, okay, what are the other parts of the link that you were mentioning?
So protocols, paths.
Paths, right? So what is the path in this link? What is the path in this link?
Which?
Are you able to see the link?
Yes, sir.
What is the path in this link?
It's US stocks web HTTP slash I
Great,
think.
great. That's the path. Yes, you are right. That is the path.
Okay.
So what is the protocol?
Protocol is a scheme developer mozilla.org full is the protocol. Hashtag
Full? What do you mean by full?
HTTPS. The HTTPS slash developer.mozilla.org.
That's but then what is the top level domain? Then what is the domain? I just want the protocol part, not the top level domain.
Protocol HTTP.
Great. That's the protocol. Now, does this answer your first question from the beginning, that what is HTTP and what is HTTPS?
Yes.
So now, Sherry, feel free to share with us what do you think is HTTP and HTTPS?
So
What did you
HTTP.
understand? Yeah. Go ahead.
Wait. I'm fully confused.
No, take your time. Take your time. Start from the beginning. Where did we start from? We started by sharing a foolproof mechanism to make your victim reach your intended application, right? What was
Sir,
that
I
foolproof
think
Yeah,
that HTTP is foundation of World Wide Web.
that is good. That's a very pampering statement, I would say. Foundation of World Wide Web. That's a very pampering statement. Uh, it's just a protocol. It's not that very significant. I mean, web is more than HTTP, I would say. So, what is protocol? Part of this URL or link, Cherry.
HTTPS is the
Right.
protocol.
Great. So, and let's suppose we yeah, let's suppose we visit okay, we have this. Okay. Okay, in this link, here is also a link, right? This is also a link. So in this link, what do you think? What is the protocol?
I think there is no protocol
Why? Why do you think there is no protocol?
because there is the
Well,
HTTPS is cancelled
sure,
and not secured is coming.
sure. That's a very definitely. You have correctly identified the protocol at least, but you need to. So this is a way for the users to help the users understand who are not very well versed with the web technologies. To distinct between what is secure and what is not secure. So here it doesn't mean, so what it means that the HTTPS is not fully functional. That's what it means.
Yes.
We'll get into that later, but still the protocol is HTTPS. It's not something that it's not the protocol is HTTPS. Now here, now can you identify in this link? Can you identify the protocol?
No, there is no protocol.
Okay, so if there is no protocol, then the browser will default to HTTP. That's another learning that you should remember. Well, these are the only two learnings that you should remember. Other than that, everything is very common. Okay. So now, does this answer your first question that what is HTTP and HTTPS?
Yes, sir.
So can you build a definition for us that is not on the internet, but just by piecing together what you learned today? I don't want definition from the internet. I want you to make a definition out of this 1 hour that we have spent right now. About HTTP and HTTPS. How would you like to answer your own question? That what is HTTP and HTTPS based on our conversation of past 1 hour? Sherry, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good. Are you are you comfortable to share a definition right now, or you want some time? You want to share your definition in the next session?
Yes, I'll share in the next session.
But this should be your definition based upon our 1 hour conversation only.
Okay, fine. This is only my experience about the session.
Yeah, from this session itself. Everybody else can also experiment with it. I won't avoid everyone. So Amruta is saying, sir, explain this topic once again. Amruta, what topic you want me to explain again? Okay, you can unmute yourself and ask. Feel free to ask. Amruta, you can unmute yourself.
So starting which you have done the topic.
What topic? Which
Um,
topic?
Now you are asking the question that on the topic. Parts of the link or
Yeah, so parts of the link, again, Amruta. So the parts of the link you got to know, right? There are certain parts of the links. So
yes, sir.
so okay, can you what are the parts of the links that you have gathered from this conversation? Can you Google for us and tell us what are the parts of the link? Amruta, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Please Google and tell us what are the parts of the link. Amruta, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to Google?
I am able to Google.
Okay, so are you are you willing to share with us what are the parts of the link?
Yes, sir.
Please feel free to share the parts of the links. You can share now. You can start saying.
So, domain name, subdomain,
Okay.
parameters,
Okay.
protocol,
Okay.
reference URL,
Okay.
schema,
Okay.
fragment,
Okay.
root domain,
Okay.
query string, anchor,
Great. Great. Great.
path, port,
Okay. Okay. Great. Great.
file path, query.
Okay. Now, in front of you, there is a link, right?
Yes, sir.
This is a link from Google. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
I want you to identify each of the parts that you have just shared with us. So what was the first part that you had shared with us?
Sir, domain name.
Okay, so what is the domain name in this URL, Amruta?
Sir, I don't know about this topic, sir.
I mean, what are you able to gather from uh, what you have Googled? Can you
Yes,
can you
sir.
relate to that and cross reference it with this link and tell us? Are you able to understand my question, Amruta?
No, sir.
My question is, you are able to get Google links, right?
Yes, sir.
Now you told us what are the parts of a link, right?
Yes, sir.
So what was the first part of the link that you shared with us?
Domain name.
Domain name, right? So
Yes, sir.
where you have learned about this, there did it is it able to give you certain examples to what is a domain name? Amruta, I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Domain name is Google, sir.
Great, great. What is the other part? Other than that, what's the next part?
Subdomain, sir.
So what is a subdomain?
Sir, it is used to separate the sections of website, sir.
So that is a definition. In this link itself, what is the subdomain?
Sir, www.
Great, great, perfect. Other than, okay, now we have captured subdomain, we have captured domain. What is the next part of the link?
Parameters, sir.
Okay, so what is the parameter in this link? Amruta, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to identify the parameter? Able to identify a parameter in this link?
Sir, symbols which you have used in the link.
What are those symbols?
Sir,
Can you-
equals,
Great, 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 Amruta.
question mark, slashes.
Great. So these are the symbols, right? But
Yes,
what
sir.
what is the parameter? What is a parameter? Can you elaborate a parameter? Can you find out a parameter in this link?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is that parameter?
The mathematical symbols and ampersand.
So these are okay, Amruta. No, these are called delimiters. These are not parameters. Okay. So when we say that these are, when we want, you are saying to assume that question mark or equal to symbol or plus symbol, right?
Yes,
To
sir.
assume them, and then we have ampersand.
Yes, sir.
You want, no, these are called delimiters. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is a delimiter? Basically, now whenever okay, whenever you drive uh, a vehicle, okay,
Yes, sir.
what stops you from running into other vehicles on the road?
Break.
Definitely, that is one of the equipments in your own vehicle. But I'm looking for more of a visual clue.
Traffic, sir.
Great. That's I mean that's the entire mass of uh, uh, activity that is going on. Traffic will be the entire activity that is going on road, right?
Yes, sir.
But I'm more specific towards I want you to find a answer more specific towards a visual indicator on the
Indicate.
road. No, not
Yes.
not your scooter's indicator. I want a visual indicator, something that stands out on the road that helps
Yes,
you
sir.
to prevent running into other vehicles.
Sir,
Traffic
then what are the
police.
parameters, sir?
Can you please repeat?
Sir, then
Stra-
how can we find out parameters?
You can find out parameters. I mean, if you are just focused towards parameters, so these are the parameters are you can find the parameters between the delimiters. That's how you will find the parameters. If this is a
Sir,
uh,
in this link, which are the parameters?
that was my question for you, right?
Sir, I
That was my
can't find
question.
that.
Definitely. And so how do you think you will be able to find it? How do you think you will be able to find it, Amrita? I've already given you a clue. The parameters are between the delimiters. Now, are you able to find the parameters, Amrita?
No, sir.
Why? You got the hint, right? You are looking for. Okay, so Amrita, I will share this link in the chat. You can use it as a homework to identify all the parameters. All the parameters. That's a homework for you, Amrita.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now when we have answered, so when you will refer to the documentation of referrer policy, the referrer policy header itself talks about these parts of the link, like path, query string, origin, right? Protocol. And that's how we will be able to. Now, let's suppose when the so whenever this will be getting loaded, the logs that are associated with the the HTTPS logs, we'll have to just find out the HTTPS logs. Previously, we were analyzing access logs. So access logs are just HTTP logs. Access logs have are not they are derived from HTTP. Whatever traffic is going on in HTTP, that's what access logs are for. SSL logs are for the HTTPS logs. So now we have forced our website to work with HTTPS. So now we'll analyze only SSL logs. So here we'll copy the SSL logs. All right. Click on import. SSL ref. Right. Here it will include. We'll go. Here we can see there are a lot of logs. Now, right now we will analyze one by one. We'll pick out the URL. Here we can see there are a lot of things. Now this is our image that is being loaded. Let's find out what was the status code when this was loaded. It was loaded 200, so it was a success. Then let's try to find out when was it loaded, when was it called. So this is the timestamps, right? We remember we are timestamps are something that are very important for us. Think we should. Okay, even in that case, okay, let's move to left. We can move it to left, right? So these are the timestamps. Now let's find out the referrer header. Are we getting something? Yes. So now here we can see when it is blank, it is still we are able to capture some blank referrer headers. That is an anomaly. And again, like in our domain as well, we are able to find blank. Now we are able to find the attackers URL as well. Now what is the next step that we are going to take? We can now report this URL with the hosting provider saying that they are misusing our content, and then the hosting provider in this case GitHub can shut this page down. And in this case, this is how we have leveraged referrer header to identify and then mitigate the threat to our CDN. Is it clear with everybody? Any doubts? Okay, so let's rest the call. Let's rest the session here itself today. We'll today we have identified misuse of our CDN, misuse of our resources. The next tomorrow we'll learn how to use referrer headers to identify the other attacks, other web application attacks. And Sherry has a homework as well as Amruta also has a homework as of today. Right, folks?
Okay, sir.
Okay, then thanks for joining. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Tomorrow will be holiday for the session. So please feel free to ask now, or you can ask in Telegram. So if you have any questions there, you can ask there, and please complete your setups. Okay, thank you. Please leave the session now. You can drop
Thank you,
off.
sir.
Yeah, sure.